Good morning and welcome to another start of the week. Seems to have gone so quickly this week and I don't know why, because I haven't really done that much. Now, there's some expensive stuff out this week, a few nice bits out next week, so your wallet's going to hurt a bit, so prepare yourself. But the coming soon section is a bit sparse worldwide. I'm coming more and more to the conclusion that we're looking a bit fodderish with the rest of the world at the moment, so I'm not that excited. But we will go through what is shining and what is actually out today. A couple of things might be slightly mysterious, so we'll have to see if we actually find them out there. Now, firstly, U571, the Matthew McConaughey submarine film, is a good film, even I'll give it that. But it has been cancelled once on the coming soon list, at least once that I'm aware of, and now it's finally turning up again. Now, we have a 4K steelbook, and that's the big mystery. I don't think it's turning up. The date's gone on it again, but the 4K and Blu-ray are turning up. But there seems to be a lot of steelbooks which are being dragged to the end of the year because of production issues. If you can't get that right, fucking go out of business. Fucking stupid. But that is one thing that will be turning up today. Next, we have a nice version of Carlito's Way. Bloody good Al Pacino, even I admit that. But we have a 4K special edition, which is like a digibook style anyway. But there's an Arrow cover with that one as well. Looking good. Definitely worth a look. The Wicker Man. I can't believe this fucking film is 50 years old. Damn. The original one, of course. We've got 4K steelbook, which is worthy of looking at. Some good artwork on that. And there's a collector's edition as well. Psycho with the 1 to 4 4K pack. I'm quite happy with the pricing on this one. 4K was about 55 quid. And the Blu-ray set is 50 quid. A $5 difference, you're going to hit it 4K. That's good. Not being an extra 30 quid just because it's 4K. That $5 difference is worth it because it's a slight change in packaging, really. That's about it. So definitely worth a look on that. Give that one some love. An oldie from 1958, Touch of Evil, is getting a 4K release, but gets spoilt because they want £38 and 11p. Why? So way to price yourself out of the market there, lads, but that is due out today as well. Zombie Holocaust finally arrives. That's dropped off the release list more times than I care to mention. But that arrives today as well. That's a 4K and a Blu-ray edition of that one as well. Rescan of the negative and everything. Halloween H2O. Now, am I an idiot? Because I'm not the Halloween fan, but isn't this supposed to be like the shittest one? But we get in a 4K steelbook of it anyway. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Am I thinking yes, it is the shittest, or am I mistaken? Let me know. School of Rock, the 4K steelbook arrives. Probably about the one title around right now that didn't need a steelbook. Really didn't need it. But if you're a fan of Jack Black, all four of you, then maybe you'll get it. One which I really think should have had a 4K, but why it hasn't. There is a Stargazer edition and Blu-ray for Asteroid City. Look at the cast list of this. Why the fuck ain't there a 4K? So just don't understand some studios, but there you go. We have season 1, 2 and 3 of Creepshow. Lots of people are going to be buying that. Big fans out there for that one. Series 4's hitting right before Christmas, but the date isn't set in stone and there's no cover art for it yet. But when there is, you'll be hearing that from me as soon as possible. Duel, which is the Karen Gilligan one. I've had a few people say it's okay and a few people go, eh. So, but that is finally arrived after slippage. The Guard from Underground. I've got no idea of this one, but that's hitting today as well. Now, if any of you know Chow Yun-fat and the film Hard Boiled, you know it's like an absolute leader. Just like Police Story was a leader. Amazing title, but the sequel hit in 1990 and that's finally getting a release. It's Hard Boiled 2 and it's called The Last Blood. Even I'll put my way, it's not as good as the first because the first is just so far out there, amazing. But to be a collector, you're going to want that title, so keep an eye out for that one. The Funhouse from 1981, even I remember that one on the shelves in my local video shop. That's got released today, as do The Disappointing, The Bitch and the Stud. Joan Collins getting her kit off. No, thank you. Nothing. No. But they have been released in a double pack before, but now we're getting the singulars. Ew, no thank you. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. We're getting the Cine edition, so obviously a HMV exclusive. That's going to be arriving today, as is Targets. I can't remember what this one's about, but I know I've seen the cover around for years. It's from 1968. If you're aware of the title, give it some love. A Couple of Cuckoos, Series 1, Part 1. Yes, an anime that actually is coming out when it says it's coming out. So stay calm. Rising of the Shield Hero Series 2, Special Edition and Blu-ray coming out of that one. And then we have also Jack Ryan, which I've heard is quite good, but I've never seen it. Series 3 is also arriving, but am I missing out on a good series there? I want some advice on this one, guys, because I'm aware of it, but I've just never sat down and watched it, and they're all on Amazon, so do I jump into that as something to watch over the weekend, maybe? The documentary Stephen King on Screen arrives, and you've got to give him his due. What a writer. So that's worth taking a look at. As is Star Trek Prodigy Season 1. Now, I know a lot of people actually enjoyed this, but I've yet to see it myself. So, as the week goes, what do you think? I would give that a 6 out of 10. Not too bad a week. Next week's definitely more expensive, though. And it finally arrives, the most stupidly lengthy release date I've ever seen in my life. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Yes, we're going to have the obvious steelbook, which is HMV exclusive, and then you got your 4K and your Blu-ray as well. Everyone's going to want that. You're not going to want to not collect that one. Good film. I've watched it twice already myself. Well happy with it. And to spoil the ring, well, The Little Mermaid arrives on the same day, just to be a bastard. Now the 4K steelbook. Who cares? I just can't bring it to myself to like this film. 4K and Blu-rays arriving as well. Buy it if you want. I won't judge you. The Others, a good one from Nicole Kidman. It should have had a 4K release ages ago, if you ask me. I don't know why I didn't get a steelbook, because the steelbook's from like 9 years ago, and this is Abbey exclusive, which has been sold out for yonks. Artwork was shit. Good time though, they could have really reproduced that, but haven't, so I don't know why. But 4K and Blu-rays arriving at that, as is The Pianist. An award-winning film. Haven't seen it myself, so I'm not going to diss it because it has won awards. 4K and Blu-ray arriving at that next week as well. Scream 3 gets a 4K steelbook release, which it really should anyway. You're getting a 4K with that as well, and then they're bringing out the original trilogy as a 4K set as well, which if you haven't got them already, people will jump on that. We also have It Came From Outer Space, which is, again, jumped off the release list so many times I'm not holding my breath on that one. But you've got a 4K collector's edition steelbook for about 48 quid. And then you've got exact same 4K non-collectors for about 10 quid less. Don't understand that. Bit stupid, but it's coming. We have the Film Vault version of 2001. Now, Big Paulie picked up these as well. I like the look of them, but I ain't paying 50 quid for one film. Not going to happen. And Apollo 13, which, again, major film, but I ain't paying for a Film Vault version of that. No, thank you. That's the only things that excite me next week. There's a few little drubbing things here, you know, but no, don't like it. If we're looking at coming soon, it's going to be a shorter list today, just because I'm disappointed with the amount of fodder coming. Some of it's stuff we really don't need. This is just my opinion, of course. But coming this near Christmas, I expected a few more high-profile bits coming out than is. I think a lot of these companies have got the rights to these films, and they're just churning it out for profit's sake and not even thinking about what customers want, which will kill the companies at the end of the day. I mean, look at Australia; they're falling apart with their companies right now. The first one, I'm going to mention it, but there are no covers for this right now, so I'm not just going to slap a poster up. But Oppenheimer has a release date of the 23rd of October. So we're looking at 4 weeks away, but no artwork still. Get your finger out your ass, guys, and get some advertising on this film. There's a reason why Barbenheimer and all that worked. Two very good but different films. Oppenheimer needs some advertising. to get those sales in. Come on. That's going to be a 4K and Blu-ray. No word of a steelbook, but man, what artwork you could put on that. American Graffiti, now another one. Can you believe this film is 50 years old? Well, we got a 4K steelbook, a 50th anniversary edition coming on the 6th of November, just to really drive it home that classic's there. There has been a couple of steelbooks of that one. Prey, we're all waiting on that. 27th of November is when it hits the UK. 4K steelbook, 4K and Blu-ray. Everyone's going to want this. I actually quite enjoyed that film. Bit different, and I have seen a poster for the next Prey film. Yeah, they're staying in the old days, so it's looking interesting. Like against the Confederacy, I think it is. The Circus, Charlie Chaplin from 1928. You can't knock Charlie Chaplin, really. An amazing actor. Some classic films from back in the day. Nearly 100-year-old film, you know what I mean? It's a Criterion release hitting on the 4th of December. Definitely want to give that one some love. I'll tell you one thing. Unless he's got it in a whole series, you just know Kermit's going to buy that one. It is getting another Mondo Steelbook release. I think it's like very similar artwork to the previous, but if people missed on that one, yeah, you're going to want this. It's hitting on the 11th of December. So 4K Steelbook with the Mondo undertones as well. As is V for Vendetta. Now, I call V for Vendetta quite a dirty film. By that I mean it's grubby. It's showing the dystopian side of things, and I liked it. The artwork's quite cool in this one. Definitely worth some love as well. Hitting the same day. It's just pity that the Mondos are still Zavvi based, which is really annoying. One that did surprise me, and it's coming out as a Criterion and a digibook, is the Guillermo del Toro version of Pinocchio. Brilliant artwork, 4K digibook and a Blu-ray. Hitting on the 18th of December. That's a good last minute Christmas present. But that one I'm looking forward to, because what a director he is. And from two little small ones, we're going to fly over to the US, and that will be it for today. First, a lot of people have asked for this film, and it did come out as a limited release, but US only. So they're re-releasing Blue Steel, which is the Jamie Lee Curtis cop movie. I know quite a few people over here that would want that. Let's hope we get a UK release, but if you don't, it's $20 in the US, and you know, I think that's worth it. Last but not least, one for Magpie Movies. The Monster Squad is getting a 4K release, and they're honouring the artwork quite well, I feel. That's hitting on the 28th of November. We're getting a 4K and Blu-ray rescan of the original negative again on that one. Yeah, there's going to be people giving that one love, because again, other than that, I feel uninspired by the release list for the past week or so. There's a few more things that are actually saying yes, they're out next year, yeah, but there's nothing really to get excited about. We have, on the release list, we've got Barbie going from like October through to February, but it's February in America, so what the fuck? Why should it be out so late there? If you want it as early as possible, you're looking at France or Germany. There are 2 steelbooks coming from Germany, so you've got quite a choice there. Buy it as you will. Let me know in the comments down below what you're going to do. Quick Monday one for you there. Didn't take too long, only about 14 minutes. Let me know what you're buying this week and what you're hunting for. If you're looking for some decent prices on anything, give me a message. I'll do the hunting when I'm up late at night for you. You carry on working and I'll work for you. Take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe, because there's a bit of a tail end arse hurricane weather around this week from the American storm. So stay safe out there and be careful. And I'm at the point now where if I don't shave, I'm going to go crazy. So hopefully next time you see me, I won't look like a tramp. But take care. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.